everyone.
What's up guys, Unofficial MCU here, hope you're all doing well, and in this video we have some even more implications and new reveals for Daredevil Season 2, Born Again already, before the first season has even premiered on Disney+, and we've actually really have yet to see anything with it, into regards to an official marketing, promoting, a teaser trailer, or anything of that nature. We're already getting reports on Daredevil Born Again, not just that, but actual plot details. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna hop right on into it, break it all down for you guys, everything that we know, and everything that we're anticipating right now. Before we do though, however, grab that subscribe button if you haven't already, as we're discussing and covering all types of Marvel related news, leaks, rumors, theories, and breakdowns here on the channel. So if you guys are into any of that, go ahead and grab that subscribe button today. Okay, so in this video we are going to be taking a quick read from the Direct's article as an overall garnering source. I'll have their article linked in the description down below for you guys to check out there as well. So a new report had pointed to Frank Castle getting up to his old tricks once again in Daredevil Born Again, particularly with the second season. It seems for the first season, for the first time around, they're going to be homies and actually be working together. Daredevil Born Again might still be a ways off, having a spring of 2025 release next year, but that hasn't stopped Marvel fans from practically foaming at the mouth for the brand new Disney Plus revival of Netflix's legendary Daredevil series, especially with a whopping 18 episodes for the first season go around. It's going to have a lot of coverage and a lot of suspense and exciting things to do with the street level side of things of the MCU. A lot of people are treating this almost like a mini Avengers series, but for like the street level characters, if that makes any sense. There's a hope and a fingers crossed that we'll see a lot of street level characters not just be established, but also re-established and kind of re-pop up, or at least the very least be mentioned or referenced throughout Daredevil Born Again in its first season. Born Again has already been renewed for a second season as well, announced a couple of weeks ago at Comic-Con Hall H. While details on the sophomore run are quite scarce, early reports indicate a certain character would be making his presence quite known. Of course, take this with a grain of salt. It's part of the rumor mill at that. Nothing here is solidified or confirmed, bar Marvel themselves. The Punisher is expected to be explored further down the road in Daredevil Born Again in the second season. It kind of leaves you the question as to maybe why they wouldn't want to do just his own Disney Plus series like the Punisher, essentially like we saw with Netflix, but maybe that would also be the case down the road and in the future as well. Jon Bernthal himself has recently taken to confirm his reprisal as his role as Frank Castle, aka the Punisher, in the first season of Disney Plus's Daredevil Born Again, but also according to a fresh batch of intel from thecosmiccircus.com, Punisher's story will also be explored in a bigger, badder, and better way, starting with Daredevil Born Again Season 2. That isn't to say that he'll be playing any less of a role throughout this first season, but more of a bad role in the second season, as we kind of saw him later down the road in Netflix's Daredevil, and also throughout the Defender series as well. TheCosmicCircus.com's Alex Perez had recently held a Q&A session in which he responded to quite a few quandaries regarding upcoming MCU projects. One of such questions asked what audiences can expect from the Punisher after Daredevil Born Again Season 1, as of to Perez's response seeming quite promising, in quote, for them to show up in Season 2 of Daredevil Born Again, but as I understand it, Punisher's role will be explored more in the second season than the first one, because the show feels more like a setup for his story to continue in the next season from what was described to me. I leave that quote right there. It almost sounds like that, Daredevil Born Again wouldn't necessarily be Daredevil Born Again Season 2, but much rather almost like the Punisher, and just kind of like that would be itself. Like, for reference, for those of my Star Wars fans out there, by which if you are, we have our Star Wars channel linked in the description down below. Many fans have described the Book of Boba Fett show as like The Mandalorian Season 2.5. I hope that wouldn't necessarily be the case with Daredevil Born Again, but maybe because there are so many episodes, like 18 episodes throughout both of these seasons, in each season actually, there's a lot of episodes, so there's like more from them to spare essentially. So if they wanted to do like a one-off episode that would be more about the Punisher per se for the second season, then I'm all for it, and that would honestly make a lot of sense. It's also expected that Frank Castle will have a fairly sizable role throughout the first season, so for the character to reportedly receive even greater focus in the second batch of episodes will surely prove exciting for quite viewers, but it also, as again mentions, and kind of brings up the question as to why wouldn't Marvel just want to give him his own show. Maybe that would be in the cards. We'll have to wait and see. But as I had mentioned from the get-go, before we go on with the second season, what is the Punisher necessarily going to be up to with Daredevil Born Again in its first season? In early of this year, 2024, while Daredevil Born Again Season 1 was actually still filming in New York, several set photos were captured from the set of the series. Some of these images captured John Bernthal in his full Punisher getup, the white skull symbol, and all, kind of as we last saw him in Netflix Punisher's Season 2. The crop of other rumors that was also circulating around about Frank Castle's arc in Born Again concerns the ruthless vigilante going after a corrupt police officers who have elected to festoon their uniforms with that very same skull emblem. Sounds like a real world thing almost, which is kind of funny. But anyway, we'll talk about that later. Not one to suffer the fools or cops misappropriating his logo, Frank Castle will likely do what he does best, and anyone who is even remotely familiar with the Punisher's character will know exactly what the thing Frank does best is. Also noting that Daredevil Born Again is technically rated R or TVMA, the same thing, equivalent to TV ratings for rated R projects. He's going to go all out, and it's going to be no different than what we saw with the Netflix adaptation of these characters. As for what his role in Season 2 will, though, however, be entailing, this remains to be seen and even heard of with a very credible source. As I had mentioned, take it all with a grain of salt. Perhaps his one-man reign of terror will once again catch up with him in his legal sense, or maybe he'll simply continue to walk and stalk the streets of New York City, guns blazing, as he is wont to do. Overall, as I had mentioned, very exciting and kind of crazy that we're already getting some implications, some reports and rumors about Daredevil Born Again Season 2 already before the first season has even come out. As I had mentioned, we're anticipating for that to be released in spring of next year, 2025, particularly in March. Of course, we'll continue to keep you guys updated with not just that, but all types of Marvel-related news, leaks, rumors, theories, and breakdowns here on the channel, as we always do. Guys, let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. I would love to hear what you guys are all thinking. What do you guys want to see with the Punisher? Should they give him more centric episodes in Season 2? Or should they kind of just bite the bullet, pun intended, and give him his kind of like own Disney Plus show? If that isn't already the case, as I had mentioned, it very well could already be in development, as a new report has recently broken saying that Disney Plus has multiple projects in development actually already. I'll continue to keep you guys updated with that, as I had mentioned, here on the channel. Let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. I would love to hear what you guys are all thinking. Thanks so much for watching today's video. Of course, this has been Unofficial MCU. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great one. Peace out.